Wales, well known for its outstanding beauty throughout its mountains, lakes, valleys and forests. Lesser known for the richness hidden under the vast canopies of the Celtic rainforests. Situated by the winding coastline in the west of Snowdonia lies the captivating Coed Cymru rainforest. Coastal areas in the UK are impacted by the presence of the Gulf Stream. The Gulf Stream helps maintain mild climates all year round, encouraging increased levels of moisture and precipitation, providing an ideal environment for temperate rainforests to thrive. Regions affected by the sea in this way are referred to as highly oceanic areas. These factors, combined with the thick canopies of leaves which entrap moisture, increasing the humidity, allowing for many rare species to flourish and grow. Lichens, mosses and ferns are some of the key elements that characterize a rainforest. These fantastic organisms, known as epiphytes, can grow on the surface of other life forms and structures. Despite living on other organisms, epiphytes are not parasitic and do not withdraw nutrients from their host plant. Instead, they obtain their nutrients from the moisture surrounding them. This rainforest is festooned with many important epiphytic organisms, thriving on the rocks, bark, soil and deadwood. A lichen is a symbiote and is formed by the cooperation of two separate organisms, fungi and algae. The fungi acts as a gelling agent, attaching the photosynthesizing algae to the supporting structure. Lichen can take a wide variety of forms, each vastly different from one another. Labaria pulmonaria, or tree lungwort, is a scarce temperate rainforest lichen. It is only found in a few rainforest sites across Wales. Due to its biological qualities, it is extremely sensitive to air pollution and is unable to survive in heavily polluted areas, therefore being a reliable indication of exceptionally pure air. The quantity of this species in one area can be an indication of the age of the rainforests. One reason being that tree lungwort takes up to 25 years to reproduce asexually. Due to how sensitive this species is, and its slow reproduction time, it is easy for this species to be lost. Lichens, which thrive on the bark of trees, are known as crustose lichens. They form alongside many others, creating a beautiful lichen mosaic. Some epiphytes have no roots or vascular tissue. These non-vascular organisms belong to a group known as bryophytes. Bryophytes are a particularly important factor in the rainforests. Their slow evaporation process helps maintain the crucial humidity levels. Their soft, thick texture reduces soil erosion, creating fertile soil for more species. This beautiful, fluffy moss, Somatophyllum demissum, is an epiphytic bryophyte. It was recorded here for the first time in 1964, and is currently only found at 7 sites in the whole of North Wales and Western Ireland. Due to its continuous decline, this species is considered a national priority for biodiversity and conservation, and is categorised as vulnerable. Each of these species need each other to maintain the temperate rainforest's ecosystem. They rely on each other to survive. The amount of photosynthesizing organisms within these areas create what's called a carbon sink. It is an area that takes carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and stores it within its soil, trees, and a variety of organisms, therefore decreasing carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. These carbon sinks help prevent global temperatures from rising and aid our fight against climate change. Unfortunately, there are increasing threats to our rainforests. Invasive species and diseases are two of the main threats. In the late 18th century, a species called Rhododendron ponticum was introduced to the UK. It was later discovered that this species suppresses native plant and animal species in its vicinity, labelling it as invasive. The presence of this large flowering plant deprives native vegetation of light, nutrients, and moisture. Spreading at a rate of 1 square kilometre per 5 years, exterminating Rhododendron ponticum just within Snowdonia National Park is estimated to cost over £30 million. Ash dieback, or Hymenoscyphus fraxineus, is a fungal disease which is vastly affecting our ash trees. This fungus grows on the ash leaves and eventually makes it into the xylem, starving the tree of water. If the ash dieback epidemic persists, it is expected that we will lose around 80% of our ash trees throughout the UK. Ash trees are a common host for around 536 different lichen species. 78 of these lichen species are endangered. Amongst diseases, invasive species, and overgrazing, human impact is an overwhelming threat to our rainforests. For hundreds of years, our land has been distorted for agricultural uses. Our rainforests have experienced deforestation in the face of human demand, and copious amounts of our rainforest habitat has been lost. Now, with global warming increasing, these carbon sinks may deteriorate, and the carbon dioxide which was once stored will be released back into the atmosphere, warming the global climate even more, and causing many more important species to be lost. The rich vegetation which engulfed the coasts from Cornwall to Scotland is now but a sprinkling of forgotten beauty, shrouded in urbanisation. Our temperate rainforests used to cover 10% of the UK. Now, they only cover 1%. Our rare, valuable, and ancient species are being lost before they can be appreciated. Organisations such as the Woodland Trust focus on protecting, maintaining, and restoring our precious woodlands and rainforests, ensuring that amid disease outbreaks and invasive species, our rare, native, and ancient species don't face extinction. Eradicating diseases such as ash dieback and invasive species such as Rhododendron ponticum is a difficult yet highly beneficial task. This requires constant monitoring, maintenance, and action. Less than 1% of our planet has the essential climatic conditions required for the formation of temperate rainforests. The UK consists of 20% of these conditions. Planting and maintaining species in the right areas can encourage the rebirth of our rainforests. Since 1972, the Woodland Trust have planted 55 million trees and have saved over 2,000 woodland forests. By 2050, they are hoping to plant 50 million more in hopes of a richer, brighter future.